I'm standing here with Shane Pillay. I've spoken to him off key. I was asking him about pre-match jitters. How are you feeling about today's game?
It's going to be a good game. I'm playing a good player. Everyone has pre-match jitters. Only after the first frame we'll see how it goes, whether we adapt to it. If we get going, it will be a good match.
So you'd obviously want to have an early start?
Yeah, we both players going to go for an early start. Hopefully it's me.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much, Shane. Absolutely all the best with this match.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Cheers. We'll talk now to Takalani Mareda. Come through, Takalani. Takalani, how are you feeling about this match?
First of all, evening. I'm feeling hype and looking forward to the game.
Any advice for Shane? What should he watch out for with regards to you?
The advice is he must do the best, his best, so that he can enjoy the game too. That's all that I can say.
Brilliant stuff. Wishing you so much. All the best with this next game.
Thank you very much.
There you have it. Shane and Takalani. Looking forward to a great match.
Yes, guys, we are now edging closer to the beginning of the forthcoming match, which is now Shane up against, this is now Shane up against Takalani, and I can tell you, you've seen these players come up against each other, you know, in the Bekilibeke quite a number of times, and this is now going to be different because now the result definitely matters this time around, guys. And this, you're watching the Supa Pro League, powered by Sombhani group of companies, coming to you live from Billiard Café, that is a cathedral of pool in GP. Where are you watching from? You can follow all the action on the Supa Pro League Facebook page, as well as on the Billiard Café Facebook page, guys. And I'm here joined here on commentary, but none other than Clive K. Cherry, who's going to take you through some of this players' profile so that you get to know who you're watching here tonight. That is Clive Cherry.
That was a lag between Shane and Takalani. Won by Takalani. This is going to be quite an interesting game to watch. Shane is a very interesting player to watch. I've played him a couple of times. Also a very talented player, winning several competitions right across. One of the best in the country, I would say. Let us know for this match who you're supporting on the stream, Shane or Takalani. I think Takalani means business from talking to him. He just wants to get on with it. Just got to give credit to the light on this table. Very fancy, the SPL Supa Pro League, powered by Sombhani group of companies. Just a shout out to our other sponsors as well, Cuesports Africa Media. Also got Nuke's Creations, Rogues on Radio as well. Takalani with a very confident start. And looking for the apple. His challenge is the Blackball, I reckon. Perfect execution, great shot, because now I can bring the yellow ball to play for the challenging ball on the top. just has to go for it. Otherwise, coach is... What a great pullback shot. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant shot. Brilliant shot. Takalani Mareda clearly means business today. I think it's going to give Shane more confidence to know exactly the type of player he's playing against. And if we are able to see, it would be nice to see an apple would have been the first for the SPL Supa Pro League. Got Blackball, can still come to the bottom. And would have been nice to see it. What a great attempt.
Yes, thanks, Clivey, for the brilliant intro to this particular match here, where I can tell you that it's evenly poised, simply because of their style. And Takalani wants to start this match with intention, and the intention is not to allow Shane to settle down, because Shane, as the master, you know, in terms of age, is going to bring in a much more relaxed performance as compared to Takalani. So Takalani knows that he cannot afford basic mistakes against him.
Yeah, I think both of these players are fortunate enough to also watch the other players with the positives and negatives. But both are extremely experienced players, and it doesn't seem like Shane's working with any nerves. He's been in this position so often in terms of competition and challenges. He would have hoped not to have touched that ball and maybe played a little bit softer, but remember, the clock runs a little bit differently. It's not used at all, with the exception of today's game or games. And it's up for Takalani to finish it and take the first frame. He has to be confident about it. He'll be thinking to himself, and he does so as well. Like I said, both players very, very confident. Don't you see that?
Yes, certainly, Clivey, we actually have an expectation that this one year there'll be a number of frames played in this encounter here, because they both don't believe in negative play, and they both all out attacking players.
Absolutely, it's just the advantage with the one that's first off the board, which is Takalani Mareda. Takalani to break. I must just say that Llewellyn's doing a fantastic job. Llewellyn Cedric, he's the ref for the matches. To be honest, he looks like a bouncer. I don't think anyone's going to go against him. Great break. Dropped a red and a yellow.
It's a yellow party from what it seems, but let's have a relook at the balls again. Yo, what a landing by Taki. What a landing by Takalani. He seems to be in the pound seed here in terms of his confidence for the game. Can he take... it's a bit of a testing one, because he's got the one to the top to take. That will need him to stab that red slightly. He's done exactly that. So the scoreline is Takalani is the one in the lead. We apologize for that technicality. And did he manage to open this one the way he wanted to? Now all of a sudden doesn't look nicely open. What a shot by Taki there. He's definitely put in the hours, Clive, from what we can witness here.
Takalani is playing superbly. Commentator's curse, as Prince would say.
Yes. Just as he was about to go for, look at that, one out of the notebook.
This looks like, considering the amount of times I've watched Shane play in this types of situations, and looking at how strong his opponent is, he's going to want to do something fantastic. He's got, as Prince would call it, a party of balls that he can drop. And he needs to keep his wits about himself, especially at this stage of the game. Early off, he doesn't want to get Takalani to get a head start on him.
Yeah.
We've seen what has been happening with the other matches as well on the Supa Pro League.
Clive, I spoke earlier on when we had the Nsobo Lucas game. I spoke about the level of intensity that comes in the game. I said your adrenaline, your opponent needs to get it into a pumping zone. So the number of efforts that your opponent gets out of you is the one that gives you a guidance to whether who will win the game, because it's more like a muscle flexing kind of thing. Playing pool, it's similar to boxing. There's a aura of counter punching involved. So in pool, you counter attack.
What a great shot there with Takalani dropping that ball, setting it up perfectly for the black ball. He's got 2 games up now on Shane. Shane's going to have to do some talking to himself, get his head in the game, and try and drop the lead. Otherwise, Takalani is going to take it all the way. Dive Club, one of the big sponsors for the Super Premier League. As you can see on the screen, Rogues on Radio as well. Proudly going to be broadcasting from around the 15th of July live. Dry break from... Did he drop something?
Yes, he dropped the ball. A red ball.
Okay, great. Dropped a... I think my prediction is that we're going to see maybe not in this set, but the way Takalani is playing, we're going to see an apple from either Shane or Takalani with the set. As you can see, the games are going quite quickly.
There is a chalk being used by one of the players, guys. It's not one of the cheap ones, so definitely we will see some stellar performances, because a miscue like the one you saw from Takalani, it could be nice to see he's the one using the chalk. That it means he just did not chalk on the last shot, because that's not the kind of chalk that can lead you into miscues.
Yeah, what's something we talks about over chalking as well. And remember, we're playing with brand new balls. Yes, it has been worn in a little bit, but still it does have a bit of an effect or an impact on your game.
That is Shane Pillay's wife, Shani Pillay, and she's certainly not happy with what she's witnessing at this point in time. What do you make of his facial expression, Climbey?
I love the fact that his wife is his biggest supporter, watches all of his games, and actively involved. As you can see, she's sitting on the other side, not far from him, giving him the motivation that he requires. Great shot there by Shane. Another opportunity to do something miraculous. I'm seeing a double drop shot here as my prediction on the top. You think it will go center pocket, come up?
He can even go to the corner to go and clip open the other, which is what he's done. Yes. But now it didn't leave him nicely open. Release shots. Sometimes you cannot be able to judge the pace correctly when you are playing. That's why the game of Blackball was introduced, so that we add a little bit of creativity to the game.
Shane's definitely a man on a mission. Played a great shot there. Hoping that Takalani makes a mistake clearly. But with the rate and way that Takalani is playing, you can see he's got lots of conviction in terms of the set. If you're watching on the stream, let us know who you think you want to, or who do you predict will win this set. It's 9 games, 45 minutes. As you can see, we've made sure that players have a 45-second play time so that there's no delay in terms of the games, and it's also good for viewing. What I'm noticing, which is ironic, is that the easier shots Takalani is missing.
Yes.
It is the harder shots that he's playing with such confidence. Score now 2 Takalani, 0 to Shane.
I think Takalani, having arrived in the venue a little bit and witnessed what just happened to Nzobo, he certainly has it in his mind that there's no favorite tech that you bring into the SPL encounters.
Shane has been a little bit unlucky on that shot. Caused himself to snooker himself. And what a great shot that he played. Haven't seen many of those doubles. You can see his wife is really excited that he's getting his mojo back, and perfect setup. We have a game on our hands. 2 to Takalani, 1 to Shane. That will boost his confidence. He'll want to even up the scores next.
And how's that for a smile, guys? Some of the spectators here in the venue, the likes of Sbonelo, Huma and Nitai, there's Rixo there. Yes, guys, Nadim, let's look at how he went on to that brilliant shot there to be able to catch the second ball. That set him up nicely. And he used a great screwback shot, not too much of it, and he landed perfectly. And 2-1 the scoreline is, and I can tell you now that it's gonna be a nail biter from here on, Clive.
That's what I'm hoping for. Shane with a great break, and I've watched him have so many breaks and finishes. Yeah, it drops a yellow ball on the break. Now he'll have to choose what he's going for. I think he's going to go for red. I could be wrong. And he does. And he's needing to break up the ball next to the yellow if he wants to have an apple. Then he's also got the black ball, or the red next to the black ball, also a bit of a challenge. But that would have picked up his confidence, no doubt. 33 minutes on the clock. So they seem to have quite a bit of time. Yeah. Shane is now playing with lots of confidence. He wants to make up for some of those missed opportunities. Playing to the top pocket. Try and open up the other red ball. And he does it. Perfect execution as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much room he's got for the red that is next to the black. That is the key red to decide the outcome of this particular frame. What can Shane possibly come? Cut this red towards the bottom cushion, and then what about the white, guys? The white did not play according to expectation. But nevertheless, Takalani ready to strike and see if he can be able to extend his lead. He might just want to go for a snooker here, just to be able to play the ball out and wait a bit. Let's see what he's going to come up with here. So he's going to try to come out of this situation to be able to see if he can be able to be in better positioning for the rest of this frame. Clive, it's a key part of this frame here. How he comes out of the snooker, because failing to come out of the snooker will tend advantage to Takalani.
And he unfortunately misses the opportunity to get out of that snooker. But Takalani does have the one challenge, which is the red ball next to the yellow. He's going to obviously want to take it off now and sort out that problem, and then figure out what to do with the black ball later on in terms of looking for ways to clear the frame. I'm not sure what the reasoning was with that shot, but
yeah, basically Takalani, he wanted to get rid of that red there, but then the yellow does go into the center pocket, which is something he did not give himself time to go and examine, because he played to break open that yellow, Clive. So had he kept his white ball, walked around the table and seen that the yellow is open, he wouldn't have needed to play that shot. But now it brings Shane back into the tie.
it's always the harder shots that Takalani plays so well. Like that one that we just witnessed. He's going to play this to the top pocket, I think, and try and open up the black ball. Clean shot in. Great shots. He's going to have to obviously play ball onto ball. I don't think it goes though if you look at how close it is to the cush, the other yellow ball.
What I can see from this matchup, Clive, is the difference in style. You can see the calmness that Shane uses going onto the table versus the over-aggressiveness of Takalani. Takalani in his mind is he doesn't want to let Shane to settle. But the best way to do that that is Takalani's brother that we've just seen there. The best way to do that would be to take it ball by ball. No rush.
No, exactly. Shane's got a great opportunity to close. Left himself with a shot whereby he's going to take it all the way to the top. probably played off the yellow even, which is what he wanted to do, it go straight in. Missed his opportunity. Now Takalani has the opportunity to finish, and if he does, then he makes it a 3-1 lead, which places Shane in a difficult situation again. Great shot there by Takalani. No reason why he's not going to take this frame now. Wow. That was an interesting shot. I thought it goes in.
Yeah. Basically, what he needed to do there was to kiss off the black, but with a little bit of side so that he remains exactly there. So that is a case of misjudgment more than anything else. So coming up next will be Aaron Donahue up against Alvin Naidu at 11 p.m. guys. So let's wake up to that. And right, then we're seeing Takalani bracing himself for that 3-1 lead. Did you call it too early, Clive?
Yeah, I think these players, or however I've predicted or matched them up against each other, there's been a few upsets today. You are right about the fact that Shane plays with no nerves, with lots of confidence, but at the same time, Takalani is playing a better game at the moment. Scoreline shows it 3-1, 27 minutes on the clock. What Shane doesn't want now is to lose this frame. Noting noting the tone of all the other matches that we've watched. There we go. What a shot. Golden break. That's by Takalani. That means that he gets an extra point on the leaderboard. First golden break that we've watched. How exciting is it to have watched that? Amazing stuff. Watching, gets 1 point on the leaderboard.
So yeah, he's now extended his lead via that golden break. I can see some great spectators here, the likes of Dave Madurai. He's amongst those watching here tonight. So did you see the double hit before
the yellow?
Yeah.
2 kisses of yellow.
2 kisses, yeah.
And straight into the pocket, and the smile and elation on this guy's face, considering the fact that he's normally, you can't tell how excited he is. It was almost a similar break. It was almost a similar break.
Yes, let's look at the replay. His technique. So he's going on the right hand side. That is a side break. So it means it's working well for him. What's going to be the response from the master in terms of Shane? Now that he knows he's a few frames down, he needs to step up a notch. And there's no better time than now, Clive.
Yeah, look, with 25 minutes on the clock, he's certainly got enough more time to at least equalize. What happens if at the end of 50 minutes they equalize, Prince?
All right. Yes, what I can tell you is the players are quite ready to deliver on this platform here, and it's shaping up to be an exciting match from what we can see here, and you cannot afford to go a lot more down in terms of scoring than you are when you are Shane. And the turning point for Shane is this very moment here, where he's got an open table. He only needs support. Did he get the position he desired? I wonder if he got the desired position. There we see Shane there. He can see, he could see the one to the center. So this should actually get him down to try and finish this particular frame, because what happens in these ties is the players that in their mind think that, they've got the mental advantage are the ones suffering because now their opponents are bringing the A game to the table, as witnessed by Lucas and now witnessed by Takalani.
Absolutely. It's quite interesting. Hey, Prince, you can see us on the screen. It's quite interesting to see what or how Shane responds. I'm sure he would have wanted to finish this set, considering the fact that he did have an opportunity. He just wasn't able to pull the ball back nicely. And it would have been an absolutely amazing shot there with Shane. I think he's feeling the pressure now. I know we said that he's got nerves of steel, but I think he would be feeling the pressure. And not so much with this game, but watching all the other games prior as well. And that has been the way this night has been going.
Yes. I must note out as well that, Sandile Madlala put in a lot of graft in helping to improve Takalani's game, and you can see the effects of that, you know what I'm saying? It's not how great the coach is, but the amount of inspiration that it brings to you that brings that change to your game.
This is the Supa Pro League, powered by Sombhani group of companies. Also as a sponsor, Cuesports Africa Media. We've got Nukes Creations, we've got the Dive Club, we've got Rogues on Radio. Absolutely amazing to get the support of corporates. If you want to be a sponsor on the Supa Pro League, that's going to become absolutely massive, then the time to get on board is now. Just had a screenshot of the worried look of Shane's wife. I think she's more concerned than Shane is. That's the beauty of family support. Absolutely love it. And that's why I think that this game of pool is a game that can bring families together. Some classic shots played by Takalani. I'm wondering if he'd go with the snooker or double. And he goes for the shot. I actually would have thought, because remember, we haven't seen many doubles. I mean, I think as it comes to the latter part of the leagues, the players will be more confident about their doubles. Great shot there by Shane, going for the snooker.
You've been calling for the snookers or the snakes. There it's happening. I see the smile in your face. It's one of your favorite parts of your game, Clive.
I hardly snooker, Prince. Although I am getting better at it.
All right, that you can see in Sobo trying to give feedback on his match. And Shane unluckily tried to play and knock out that last yellow that he's touching with the black. And I can tell you guys, it's some big action happening here tonight. We have one more match coming after this. That's going to see Aaron Donoghue up against Alvin Nadu. There's Alvin Nadu, that is the next player in line. He's next up, and you can see he's trying to calm himself down for what's still to come. So Takalani will most likely go for a snooker here. Yes, he needs a snooker. Shane can be able to come out of the snooker, but the big question is he gonna move? Is he gonna move the yellow past that corner pocket, and he's going to give him a shot? Yes, he's played a good shot, so he can see this red here, Takalani, so he's going to try to go down, touch this slightly. He's trying to force Shane into an unforced error. The big question is Shane responding to those tactics. Only time will tell. What do you make of this tactical play by Takalani at this stage of the game? Whoa. Can he see this red? Because I think he needs to break open that red and leave the white to the bottom cushion. That is the right shot. Shane's got a chance who can just touch that yellow there and leave Taki on a snooker. Is he going to be able to do that? That is a big shot coming up next. Let's see if he can be able to see the one to the bottom that keeps him in the frame here. We've got the likes of Sbonelo Chigazi in the area, and he's loving what he's seeing, guys. You know, we got Zayn as well, you know. Yeah, maybe he will take part in the other divisions, so only time will tell, you know. His manager Zayn will let us know to that effect. It's only on a Thursday night you expected to be here for the SPL. And what better night of the week? There is a shot by Taki, playing the back double. He wants to attack this frame, Taki. He wants to extend his lead. Where is the white gonna stop? 5-1 up, Takalani. Not a lot of time left. Is this the night of the upsets, guys? Please let me know via your comment on any one of the social media pages, be it Supa Pro League or Billiard Café. "5-1 the scoreline, race to 9 match." And Mikhail says, "Come on, Bali." Zotani. All right, there's the next match coming up. Aaron Donahue up against Alvin Naidu. This is season 1 of the SPL. This is at 11 p.m., guys. So, Vishen Jagdeep for 5 marks explanation. Okay, you say, why doesn't the time stop when balls stop and when the ref reg? That's not play time. No, because the minute kickoff is been given, play is happening, guys. So there's no time to hold back to the time, because the minute the player goes down to break, the clock runs. Nerek, to answer your question, Rian Duke says, great double from Takalani. That is more like the shot of the day candidate, guys. So we will look at the best shot played throughout the evening, and that happens to be one of those shots, guys. Shane likely to give us a finish. The jury is out, guys. So there we see Shane rolling. He's got to roll this one as well now. Follow through. This is the SPL, guys, and we got Alvin, who is the current SA Masters champion and the reigning Gauteng Open champion 2 years in a row. He's coming up next, and his opponent, it's the young stalwart in the form of Aaron Donahue, the magician from Ekurhuleni. Shane is not hiding his game now, so they say sometimes a player hides his game, but now they say in Zulu, uyayiveza, he's showing it out. Great finish by Shane. Was that an apple?
Yeah, I think There's still 14 minutes. Great finish there by Shane. And if he takes maybe easily 3 more frames, he can equalize.
Yes, Clive, 13 and a half minutes, 5-2 the scoreline. How important is 13 minutes towards one's quest now? Is it for Takalani to stretch the lead or for Shane to bring us to an exciting climax? The jury is out. Nerik, those watching, guys, what do you think the old Bali will come up with here?
Let's watch the break again. Great break, dropping yellow into the center pocket. Choose between red or yellow. His wife, his biggest supporter, on camera, blocking her face. Very sweet to watch. Shane playing with some confidence now. He needs to play quicker, make up time, get some games on the board. Takalani with 5, Shane with 2. I must say the atmosphere over here, if you look at all the spectators, is absolutely beautiful. Loving the support that SPL is actually getting. Also on the stream, got quite a few watching it, which is brilliant. Remember, the levels of our games will get better and better as the players get more confident. It is of a high standard today. Shane seems to be doing well, taking the yellow ball to the top pocket, come down, looking at mastering his way for a finish. Brilliant shot there by Shane, setting himself up nicely, coming out and trying to get the perfect landing for the black ball. I think we wanted a nail-biter match, and he played it perfectly in and around the red balls for a perfect setup, looking at a 5-3 score now. Shane is clearly a fighter. If you look at the spectators, they are absolutely loving it, with a little bit of a worried look on Takalani's face, because he knows that Shane's got his confidence now with the game. What a great finish that was by Shane, setting up perfectly for the black ball, going past the 2 red balls, or 3 red balls.
The beauty of the SPL club is that because the players are playing with time, it makes it impossible for one to enjoy extra advantage where you can cut time by maybe wanting to go to the loo or so on. You stay in it the longest, and that is a big factor here. You need to have your A game all the time, because there's no breathing space in the SPL. It's tight, it's interactive, and you can see Shane now. He's got eyes of an eagle.
Yeah, eyes of an eagle, like you say, looking for an apple. And I think he gets. Does he not get an extra point if he does? Then that means that he could equalize. Then does that mean, because then he'll get 2 points for it? Brilliant. I love nail biters.
Yes.
This is definitely a great matchup between Takalani Mareda and Shane Pillay. See Arun there waiting for his match, but spoke to him just as a chat, and he's so excited about the setup here.
So Shane with possibilities, Clive, to finish this frame here, but he needed a great hold of that ball there. It's still looking good because he can go follow through. There's it. I'm just worried about the angle that he opened up because he needed to come a lot more straighter to this red ball here. That could have set him up nicely, but you can see Takalani's got fear written in his face after the longest of time in this tie.
Shane needs a little bit of luck with the shot in terms of how he sets up for the red ball on the top. I think if he has an angle to play it center, he'll have a better setup. But it looks like he might have to take it to the top. Also got the worry of the white ball. Definitely tried a classic shot.
What happened there, Clive, was Shane wasn't very much mindful of his landing when he played the ball to the top. Like I said to you, he needed to ensure that he goes straight so that he's got a straight follow-through shot onto the bottom ball. You know, it's what you call angle shots. They're very much vital in easing up, you know, the tension in finishes, you know. So because ideally when you go for a finish, you want your finish to be more of a roll ball kind of a finish.
Yeah, Takalani doesn't want to take any chances now with Shane, especially when Shane looks like he's on top of his game. So he's got an opportunity for a finish. If he plays the ball on the top first, I think.
All right, Tashi, when you get an apple, you do get the extra point, but that gets added to you, you know, ahead of the next set of lick. So you don't necessarily get it today. So it will be added on to his tally once the leaderboard is being compiled.
Shane's gonna have to figure out how he gets out of this, because he also doesn't want to leave. And what a great shot he played. That's what I love. What I love about Shane's play. Always surprises us with something miraculous. It's entertaining. I've always found his games to be extremely entertaining to watch. He can easily see it to the center pocket. And he's got a perfect setup for the black ball to take it 5-4. Shane down by just a game with 5 minutes 30 on the clock, which means that it could very easily be an equalizer. So it's going to be quite a nail biter. It's already one of the best matches matchups that we watched today, with both players evenly going for it with determination in their faces.
So interesting to note that, you know, when the leaderboard is being put in place and the scoreline remains like this, it will end up being a tie on the leaderboard because Shane recorded an apple. So the scores are technically 5-all. So this brings us into a frame which is more like a decider.
And Shane didn't do a John McEnroe in terms of fighting with Llewellyn, saying, no, why are you giving the extra point away? He just had to accept the rules. John McEnroe would have never accepted it.
Yeah, remembering John McEnroe, he used to challenge everything in tennis.
Most entertaining player to watch in sport. I think he did it just to get as much attention as he could have. Watching Takalani Mareda with 4 minutes on the clock, I wonder if he would slow play a little bit. Doesn't look like he's attempting to do that at all. He's got a problem ball right on the top. So as much as he can drop every other ball, he's going to have to figure out what to do with that. He's thinking about the double. Yet to see a double in these matchups. I'm looking for the first player.
Yes.
Yeah, he decided not to go and decided to set up for his next couple of shots. And from the likes of this, looks like both players will, because it looks like it's a more tactical game.
From what I can see here, guys, it seems like we are headed towards a tie, because remember that much as the match will end up with a 5-4 scoreline on our screens, but technically it's 5-all, because remember that Shane recorded that extra point via an apple.
No, Prince. I disagree there. The rules are the rules, which means that everyone should be going for the golden breaks. Imagine how fascinating it would be to watch if the guys through this league, the Supa Pro League, also work on their breaks for more golden breaks. It makes the game more exciting. So it would still be well deserved to Takalani without the technicalities.
Yes. No, basically it's not the golden break per se, but the apple is the one that gives you the extra point. So Shane's got that apple that is an extra point.
Oh, really?
To
Okay.
his tally.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm with
Yes,
you.
yeah.
Oh,
But
I
he's
see.
only
Okay.
gonna earn that extra point at the completion
Right.
of the match when the leaderboard has been put through. So technically, this match, it's
Oh, I see.
it's
Okay.
Takalani that needs the frame now to win the
Okay.
encounter. He is very much aware of that.
I think just explain that again to the viewers.
Okay, basically what happens with the SPL guys is that each match will be kept at 50 minutes. It's a race to 9 frames. A reminder that the number of frames won across the season, that counts the most towards the points tally. Blackball rules, 45 seconds per shot, 1 extension per frame allowed, and a player that puts together an apple, a whitewash, gets an extra point added to his tally for that particular evening or match.
I've just witnessed Shane give me one of the first doubles. Unfortunately, wasn't executed. Now there's 43 seconds. He can actually finish it. And he's definitely trying. Where will the white ball go? With 30 seconds left, he's got to drop 4 balls on the table. And he's running around the table, all giving us the entertainment value. 20 seconds left, just 2 balls to go. Bring the white ball all the way to the bottom. And he does that. Yes, and you can see it. He's got 9 seconds left. What a great shot. And 3 seconds. And this is it. And it's on point. I would... Well, so I'm a little bit confused there. It looked to me like it was... I think we're going to have a replay. What an amazing performance by Shane Pillay. Absolutely giving us spectator value with regards to that. Let's see what the replay has to say in terms of whether Shane got that. And looks like he did. Yeah, absolutely. I think that is going to Shane.
So that object ball was still in play at the time when Shane played it. So that gives Takalani a 6-4 lead. And with that, we're handing over to Clive, who will be doing who will be handing out the post-match.
Shane, Pillay. Shane, I know this would have been an emotional end to a brilliant, spectacular game. In fact, I'd call it the match of the series so far. How do you feel about it?
Sure. I had my chances in the beginning. I couldn't get used to the table. Then I started playing more confident shots. And I fought back. I just didn't know the rule that the red opponent's ball had to be stopped before you putt the ball. So, but it's unlucky. We'll try again next week.
I think definitely unlucky, but I can tell you this much, that the show that you gave us was definitely a spectacle for everyone watching, and it showed us the level of pool that we're actually playing. Would you say that Takalani was very well matched with you?
Yeah, he had the better of the game. He played better. He played solid pool. I can't take it away from him. It is what it is. We'll try next week.
Well, I think you have done fantastically well. Really, you should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of the games that I've been watching. You always give us entertainment value, which is absolutely fantastic. Best of luck next week.
All right. Thank you.
Takalani? What a game! How did you feel about that game?
I don't know, mixed emotions maybe, but I really enjoyed the game. Even though at some point I went to a point where I relaxed and went to a, I don't know if I should say, to kind of like a comfort zone where I took everything for granted, where I almost made a big blunder.
How did you feel about the golden break? That was, I mean, you don't even smile as often, but you had the biggest smile on your face.
It was an opportunity to go another frame up. That's why it was a kind of relieving and exciting to have a golden break.
Also, first golden break of the series so far.
Yes, first golden break of the season, yes.
Brilliant stuff. You should be really proud of yourself. You played against a really great competitor and you did really well. Wishing you best of luck as the season continues as well.
Thank you very much.